Hello and welcome to another video for Midas Touch Toys, Games and Collectibles. And today we are looking at the 1996 release by Playmates from their Star Trek 30th anniversary series of action figures. And this particular action figure we are looking at today is from Star Trek The Next Generation, and it features Dr. Katherine Pulaski, who starred as the Chief Medical Officer in season 2 of Star Trek The Next Generation. Okay, now this is the card that the action figure comes in, and at the top it says warning, choking hazard, small parts not for children under 3 years old. On the top right hand corner it's got ages 4 and up, and it says Star Trek, and we've got exclusive Skybox Playmate Star Trek Collector Card included, and it says Dr. Katherine Pulaski, Chief Medical Officer of the USS Enterprise, from the hit TV show Star Trek The Next Generation. And she comes complete with Starfleet Gear, including a medical scanner, Starfleet Monitor, medical tricorder, medical case, and a bonus with Starfleet Action Base. And it's from assortment number 6430, stock number 6428. And on the bottom left hand corner you've got the Playmates logo. Okay, that's the front of the card. Now before we have a good look at the action figure itself, let's turn the card around and see what we got printed on the back. Okay, so I've turned the card around and this is what we got printed on the back. So it says ages 4 and up, Star Trek, exclusive Skybox Playmate Star Trek Collector's Card included. And it says the adventure has just begun. Collect the entire universe of Star Trek characters. And we have Star Trek The Next Generation. We've got Dr. Beverly Crusher in 1940s attire, Geordi LaForge from All Good Things, Captain Picard as Galen, Sheriff Worf from A Fistful of Datas, Governor Worf from All Good Things, Dr. Katherine Pulaski, which is what this one is, The Traveller, Interstellar Action Borg, Captain Picard from Tapestry, Interstellar Action Geordi LaForge, Dr. Beverly Crusher in duty uniform, and Deanna Troi as Durango. Star Trek Deep Space Nine, we've got the Hunter of Tosk, Lieutenant Jadzia Dax from Blood Oath, Grand Nargis Zach, Commander Sisko from Crossover, Odo from Necessary Evil and Vash. And from the classic series, Star Trek Classic Series, we've got Nurse Christine Chapel, Captain Christopher Pike, and Lieutenant Janice Rand. And they are coming soon. Okay, so Starfleet Gear. So this character comes with Starfleet Gear, Starfleet Monitor, which allows Dr. Pulaski to tap into the central computer banks of Starfleet. Medical tricorder, scans for signs of any diseases known to the Federation database. Medical case, emergency equipment for stabilizing a patient before transporting back to the Enterprise. Medical scanner, provides quick information on status of all organs and other bodily systems. And Starfleet Action Place, standing or attached to the base. Dr. Pulaski is ready to diagnose any disease. Okay, and let's just bring the card forward and let's read what's on the bottom here. It says access granted database, personal record, database printout, subject Dr. Katherine Pulaski, species human, rank Chief Medical Officer, assignment USS Enterprise 1701D. Pulaski, Dr. Katherine, Chief Medical Officer during the year 2385. Creative in finding cures for alien diseases. Once suffered from hyperaging due to an experiment in genetics at the Darwell Genetic Research Station on planet Gagarin 4, but found a solution to return to normal. Very opinionated. Will often interrupt people, but means well. This may account for her 3-time marital status. She cared for Carly Baker, father of Commander William Riker, after he was critically injured in a Tholon attack in 2353. She fell in love with him, but Carl's priority was his Starfleet career. Dr. Pulaski remains friendly with Riker and her previous husbands. She is cool and collected and is known to never panic in a crisis situation. She is extremely caring. She treats her patients with great empathy, as evidenced in her administering PCS, Pulaski Chicken Soup, or patients with influenza, for patients with influenza. Dr. Pulaski does suffer from one weakness. She destructs machines. This seems to be reflected in her skills of the transporter. Relations with Lieutenant Commander Data are not always the best, apparently because of his mechanical heritage. Distinguished service notation: Dr. Katherine Pulaski saved Commander William Riker from an alien disease known as the Sarutan microbe. She used all of her expertise and creativity in medicine in thwarting a deadly organism. Further access denied, clearance and level Starfleet only. Okay, that writing is very small, but we've managed to read it all. Okay, and over here we've got important notes to collectors, which is all about the Playmates toys. Copyright information here. Star Trek fans, the official Star Trek fan club. And you've got the Playmates logo and the Star Trek logos at the very bottom. Okay, so that is the back of the card. So without further ado, let's turn the card back round and have a good look at the action figure itself. Okay, so I've zoomed right in on the action figure, and there you can see Dr. Katherine Pulaski figure, and on the left-hand side you can see the actress Diane Mulder, who played Dr. Katherine Pulaski in Star Trek Next Generation Season 2. By the way, this wasn't her first association with Star Trek. She had appeared in 2 previous episodes of the Star Trek, the original series. She was in an episode called Is There in Truth No Beauty, where she played Dr. Miranda Jones. And she also appeared in the episode Return to Tomorrow, where she played Anne Mulhall. So this wasn't her first role in Star Trek. She was certainly no stranger to the TV series. Okay, she has had actually a very long and wide career. I can always remember her when I was a boy. She was starring as Jay Abinson in Born Free, and that was a big TV series also at the time. Anyway, I digress. Let's move back to the figure. So this is the action figure. Now these are the 4-inch action figures. So if I just want to quickly take a ruler to the figure, you can see from bottom to top we're looking at 12 centimeters, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, which is just about 4.5 inches really. So that's how tall they are. But I just want to bring your attention to our features, because the sculpting on these figures are very good for a figure that is nearly 30 years old. Say 30, 28 years old. So I mean, these figures were sculptured very well. Not too bad a look-alike, although not exactly as you can see from the Skybox card there. That is not quite right, but it's a very good likeness. Anyway, so over to the figure. Now the figure 12 inches tall, 12 centimeters tall, as we've just measured, which is about 4.5 inches or 4 3/4 inches. And there she is in her Starfleet uniform, which is the green and black top and the black trousers and black boots. Articulation wise, pretty much usual for these. Twisting head, shoulders, elbows, waist, tops of legs and the knees. So pretty good articulation. They stand very well unaided, and they are all made to fit into the play sets that was made by Playmates as well. So how well did they do? Well, these figures flew off the shelf back in the day. Back in the 90s, Star Trek was a very big thing. You had Star Trek Next Generation on television, you had Star Trek Deep Space Nine, you had Star Trek Voyager. So all these TV series were running on the television, and also reruns of Star Trek the original series. So we were inundated with Star Trek. So it was a huge thing back in the 90s and the 2000s, early 2000s. So these figures were highly sought after. As soon I can remember back in the 90s when we had our shop, these figures would go onto the shelf, but literally they would be gone the day we put them on, they would be sold out. So that's how popular these were. However, now we're talking nearly 30 years on since these figures were released. They are now becoming very difficult to find and are very sought after by collectors, especially in this mint, unused, unopened condition. But as usual, we at Midas Touch have managed to find a few, and they are currently available to purchase on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to quite simply by clicking the link below. It'll take you straight to the website where you'll be able to find this and many other vintage Star Trek items, and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles come to that. There's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And also don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we are uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I'm absolutely positive you're not going to want to miss this, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new products which we are shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there is something in particular you are looking for, something old that you've never been able to find, something quirky you might want to buy for a friend, or just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories, well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know, the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I hope you've enjoyed this short review. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.